What's up guys, it's your boy Shiddo. I'm back here with another one. Today we're here to look at the PS4 Nacon Revolution Pro controller. So let's look at what we've got inside the box. Open it up. Obviously we got this really nice design of the carton, and inside it we find the controller nicely placed. I really like the packaging. There's controller, and here's the controller, very nice and well shaped. As you can see, it is different from the DualShock 4 with the D-pad placement, but I think this feels really nice, especially for people with bigger hands like me. We're gonna look at what else we've got in this inside the box. We got this little nice cleaning pouch. As you can see, it says has the Revolution Pro controller design on it, and you also get this pouch to be able to carry the controller with you around, which is also something that's nice to have. Also in the box you get these little weights, adjustable weights, so you can change the weights of the weight of the controller to your preference. You also obviously get the wired connection. It is a long cable because this is a wired controller, which is made for optimal performance, so there's no lag input time. So I have been using this controller now for around a month. I strictly play FIFA with it, and my first overall impression over it, I thought it was in the beginning it took a little bit of time to adjust to, especially because as you can see, the square, X, triangle and circle button are pretty big. They're pretty different, they're pretty big, but they do feel good pressing them, especially when you want to shoot or you want to pass or you want to cross in FIFA. I do prefer them over the standard DualShock 4 controller. I really like the right analog stick as well. As you can see, it's a little bit higher than the left analog stick, which gives it a very different and nice kind of feel to it. As you can see, there has this little custom Nacon design. It feels really nice. And when I play FIFA, I do use this to switch players really quickly, and I really do like using it because it gives me a really fast control and a good control when I change players. And as I was saying, that you can actually adjust the weights in this controller. The Nacon gives you this little small key where you open up and unscrew these little sides on the corner, and then you can easily just pull out the left and the right. These little adjustable, I don't know what you call them honestly, but they're like bevels or something. Just these little spaces that you can basically put the weights in. And I've adjusted my weights to I think 10 grams and 8 grams on each side to give them it's pretty, it's not very heavy, but it does feel good in the hand, and that's what I've preferred to use. So I'm gonna get this bad boy hooked up to the wire, and you're gonna see as soon as the wire gets in contact, the controller automatically lights up, giving it instant. See, goes on straight away. The right D-pad turns red. You could just screw it on here to get that tight control. And as you can see, it does turn red. And the only reason it turned red now because I have the custom profile on. And I'm going to explain to you that on this custom profile, I'm using these buttons at the back, which are M1, M2, M3, and M4. So M1 and M2 are not really comfortable to really use, but M4 and M3, when you're holding this controller in a natural position, as you can see I'm only doing it here with my left hand, it is very comfortable to press the controller, the M4 and the M3 button. It is very comfortable to use these buttons as extra buttons. And actually, for this custom profile that I changed, I used it for FIFA. But I play FIFA professionally, so I'm using those buttons instead of the L2 and the R2 buttons. Instead of those trigger buttons at the bottom, I'm using M4 and M3. And I have found that very, very, very useful, guys. It is actually it saves me a lot of time, and it's very comfortable. I use it to finesse shot. I use it to be able to make quick dribbles, to play the long pass. So in general, I find it very, very useful and much more nicer to use than the L2 and R2 buttons. As you can see here, the L1 button and the R1 button, the way they're shaped is pretty different than the PS4 normal DualShock 4 controller. They're pretty long. The way they're shaped is long, and as you can see, your finger comes like in a more straight fashioned way when you press this button up here, L1 and R1. They're like very straight. They're very different than the PS4 controller, the normal one. But I think they feel better and they're much easier to press. And overall, I really do like the way they're shaped. Not so sure about the L2 and the R2 button, but in my case, I'm not really using them because I'm using these buttons at the bottom, which I am finding to be very nice. Also at the back here, you can change the mode and you can change the profile. When you change the mode, you can turn it off, and then literally it goes back to the default way that you were using the controller. So the L2 and the R2 buttons go back to the same way that you wanted them. And for the profile, these are 4 different profiles that you can save on your laptop. Basically, you create them on your laptop using the app, and then you can load it into the controller, which is really nice. And when you change the mode by flicking this button at the back of the controller, it automatically goes into which one that you have loaded onto your computer. And then by pressing the profile button at the back, you can save 4 profiles. As you can see here, that lower red button lights up. And for me, I'm using the first profile, which is the one that is maximized with the M4 and M3 buttons for me. So in general, I really do like this controller. I've been using it now for a month and a half, and I found it to be for me very useful because the grip is nice, and I like the material. It's a very nice I don't know what this material is, but it feels really good in the hand. It's very comfortable to hold. Also, as you can see here, the left stick is like shaped concave, which also gives a very quick and accurate movement in the finger. I really do like that. This is convex, and it does feel good. I don't use it that much, but in FIFA, you know, obviously you use it to do skills and to do quick turns and ball rolls and etc. So it's a little bit higher, as I mentioned earlier, which is very nice because you can get automatically quick movements right there. The touchpad is pretty nice, and it's the same as, it feels different. It is nice. It has like these little nice X and O's and squares like neatly designed into it. As I said earlier, the square, triangle, and circle and X buttons are bigger than the standard PS4 DualShock 4 controller, but they are nice. They are nice to press, and they do feel really good. I do prefer these buttons over the standard PS4 controller. So we also got the headphone jack right there that you can use. It is the standard headphone jack. Like I said, this is a wired controller for optimal performance, no lag, no nothing. And that's what you want to really have when you're at the highest level of gaming. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys soon for some more videos. Take care. Peace. So my final thoughts on this controller after using it for a month is that it is one of the best controllers out there in the market today. I really do like the customization and being able to adjust the weights and just the general feel and shape and the architecture of the controller itself. It does feel really good to use and to play with. I like the way the buttons are shaped. I just generally like everything about the controller. I don't like the L2 and the R2 triggers that much. I feel like that could have been made a little bit better, but I'm not using it that much with the M3 and M4 buttons since I'm using those. But in general, I do rate this controller very highly. I would probably give it about an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. And I would like to thank Nacon and Nasr eSports for giving me this opportunity to try out this controller and to be able to give you this review today. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll give you another update on how this controller has been holding up for me in a couple of months. I will be using this controller in future events and tournaments in my professional FIFA career. So thank you once again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care and see you soon. Peace.